Hello, Namaskaram. Welcome to Besant Arundale Senior Secondary School, Tapovanam Talks. Nagarajan is here with me. Nagarajan, I don't know how many groups he handles in WhatsApp, and he's admin. And I think he's the most politically correct person I have come across in recent times from school, definitely. Nagarajan, tell me something about yourself. What are you doing? Spaces.
Okay, Shambavi, thanks a lot. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's a wonderful forum for me to talk to a friend and also a host like Shambavi, whom I know for probably many decades now.
Yes.
It's a very interesting forum. First of all, I should thank Shambavi and Gayatri, all these people putting this whole thing together as a nice, online platform. Though we are not able to meet each other very often, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு beautiful forumல பேசுறது and chatting with friends and that too with some substance. I think Shambavi has come up with this beautiful idea. I'm thankful to her for that. And என்ன பத்தி சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா, yes, as I told you in the first trailer or whatever I sent, I joined the school in 1972. So I was only 5-6 years old. So second standard I joined, but my first standard I studied in a girls' high school. That's a story by itself. In Akkaoda school, because I was very reluctant to go to school. School. So a very naughty boy since childhood. So forced me and put me in Vidyodaya Girls High School in kindergarten section, and I studied up to first standard. So as our family shifted towards Thiruvanmiyur, Indiranagar area, as my dad was a central government employee, so my dad was looking around for a good school, and somebody suggested that Kalakshetra is very good because there is studies, there is arts and things like that. As we were a culturally inclined family, so my father immediately admitted me to that particular school, and that is how my journey started with Besant Arundale Senior Secondary. So when I joined, yes, there was a beautiful school, complete full of sands, and the classes all were not concrete. It was all made of nice, probably mud huts mari irukum paakradhukku, though it was built of concrete. It had those ayahana thatched roofs and nice tiles and wooden desks. We used to be seated on the desk on the ground on a mat. So that was the culture we had, the beautiful thing. So it was very nice, and I loved that ambience. And as a school Maria, it was like my second home. So I really enjoyed my schooling, Shambavi.
So I think the sand, the wooden desk, the thatched roof, that continued all along with us. And for the audience who's watching, I did my 8th and 9th standard with Nagaraj, and we were batchmates. And so Nagaraj, quick question, as you're saying, I'm just thinking, அப்ப நீங்க அந்த ஸ்கூல்ல என்டர் பண்ணின உடனே ரைட் சைட்லயா உங்களோட அந்த when you were in junior classes, ரைட் சைட்ல இருந்ததுல இல்ல இந்த லெஃப்ட் சைட்ல தான் இருந்ததா? Where was it?
See, the moment we enter the school from the main gate la irundha, அப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா the gate was through the other gate, அதாவது பிரின்சிபல் ரூம் கிட்ட இருக்கிற கேட் மட்டும் தான். Sometimes this gate will be, the smaller gate will be locked. So நாங்க எல்லாரும் என்ட்ரி அப்படிதான் வரும். எங்களோட கிளாஸ் அப்போ ஜூனியர் கிளாஸ் செகண்ட் தேர்ட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்னா இட் வாஸ் நியர் தட் சர்க்குமரம். We had that beautiful இது இல்லையா, the playground behind Tapovanam for children. Our classes were behind that. It was called, I think, the Montessori section. The Montessori section.
Correct.
Yes, correct. The Montessori section. That is where the classes began. Then of course we slowly moved forward towards the gate. After many classes, so 5th and 6th were near the art class and things like that.
Okay. So tell me one thing. On the road தாண்டி இந்த பக்கம் வரதே, was it some kind of aspiration? இந்த பக்கம் வந்துட்டோம், இப்போ நம்ம we are middle school or senior, அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருந்ததா?
என்ன பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அது கிடையவே கிடையாது. Because எனக்கு எல்லா கிளாஸுமே I was completely happy to go to school. எனக்கு அதுதான், usually children they don't like going to school. At school leave விட்டா எனக்கு வந்து கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். நான் என்ன, I'll be troubling my அம்மா. So அம்மா பேசாம ஒரு ஸ்கூலுக்கு அனுப்பிச்சா பெட்டர்ங்கிற மாதிரி ஆயிடும். To Shambavi,
how you come to school? எப்படி வருது?
Initially, my brother, my second elder brother, I know that we are three brothers. The eldest one was, Raghuram, the dance master, who you all know. Second one is, our one is Jasti Weekly because he had a lot of shootings. Second one was Mohan. He was there. He was doing his PUC or something that time, Vivekananda College. So he used to drop me in a scooter. Many of classmates used to say, "Hey, Nagaraj helicopter on because the scooter always had a silencer problem. அது வரும்போதே ரொம்ப தக 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 தகன்னு ஒரு சவுண்ட்ல வரும். அது ஜேம்ஸ் பாண்ட் படத்துல வர மாதிரி. சோ நாகராஜ் மட்டும் தான் ஹெலிகாப்டர்ல இருந்து இறங்குவாங்க. So that is how I used to come in initial days. அப்புறம் after 6th standard, my dad bought a cycle for me. So the BSA, I was a proud owner of a BSA SLR cycle.
Oh,
so the blue one. Yes, and friends used to come and borrow. Hey, Nagaraj, round types. So appo the cycle irundha, it was like owning a bullet motorcycle or this thing, a class bike.
So அந்த நாள்லலாம் ஷார்ட்ஸா இல்ல பைஜாமா குர்தா தானா? அதுவும் வெள்ளை கலர் பைஜாமா.
Yes, அம்மா வந்து காலம்பர she used to dress me up in beautiful nice white pajama kurta. அந்த நிர்மா சர்ஃப் கலர்ல அனுப்புவா. சாயங்காலம் மத்தியானம் வரும்போது அது வந்து ஒரு ப்ரௌனா மாறும். ஈவினிங் வந்து அது கிரே கலர் ஆயிடும் கம்ப்ளீட்லி. அந்த அழுக்கும் மண்ணும் பட்டு. ஆனா நிஜமா எங்க அம்மாவுக்கு பாவம் ரொம்ப ட்ரபிள் பண்ணிருக்கேன் எங்க அம்மாவை. I now pray for
I know.
The kind of dirt we used to bring home was
Okay. So bagல மண்ணும் வருமா?
பேக்ல மண்ணு வரும். கரெக்ட். அந்த பேக் எடுத்த உடனே ஆத்துல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மண்ணு தான் விழும். So மண்ணு along with the kallu and all that. So and we used to play with all those weird things, the neem oda ஒரு seed இருக்கும். அத வச்சுலாம் விளையாடி இருக்கோம் நாங்க. We used to, because see, neem oda seedல something very interesting happened. கிளாஸ்ல நம்ம மண்ணுல தான் உட்கார்ந்து ஹிஸ்டரி கிளாஸ்லாம் படிப்போம். So history class கொஞ்சம் போர் அடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சோம்னா what we will start doing is that இந்த கொட்டை, அந்த பேப்பங்கொட்டையை எடுத்து ஸ்லோவா அப்படி கையை வச்சு அப்படி டக்குன்னு அந்த கோலி அடிக்கிற மாதிரி அப்படி அடிப்போம். டக்குன்னு யார் தலையில விழும், அவன் he will keep blinking like this, and finally Indumathi teacher will catch him and fire him. So that was fun for us. So we used to do that. So that is what I'm telling you. This middle bench and back bench people, our focus was something very different in life.
நான் அப்பவும் உங்ககிட்ட சொன்னேன், இருந்தாலும் உன்னோட பேக் பெஞ்ச் கொஞ்சம் முன்னாடி இருந்தது, எங்களோட இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி.
But I heard in backbench people used to study storybooks and all. I remember people bringing comics and Milton Boone, these kind of things probably towards the higher classes. But of course, I think in junior classes also Amar Chitra Katha was so very popular among our batchmates.
I think one would do that probably in any school, in that sense that how the backbenchers and frontbenchers. So I'm not saying, and I will not go into that right now. What I would like you to definitely tell me is any of your friends from grade 2 who were with you all along till grade 12. You passed your grade 12 from the school, from BASSS, right?
Yeah, grade 2 to grade 12 in BASS. I'm still in touch with most of them. So one or two is one, I would say, about Gaja, who studied with me. So he's gone places now. So he's a very key. He was a key person in Silicon Valley, and I think currently he's working for a bank in Hong Kong. He's into data analytics and he's into cyber. Then Krishnan. Then I have Shanti, who is a chartered accountant by qualification. Of course, she has taken a VRS from a nice government organization, and now she's taking care of her family. The other person whom I can remember was Jyotsna, unforgettable person. Now I met her very recently after my father's demise. She came for after all the rituals, I joined for a youth choir program. So she came to see me there. Though she was not able to come for the funeral, she came and met me there and offered her condolences. See, these kind of friends are very important in life, because at any given point of time, they offer that kind of a shoulder to lean on. So I'm sorry, I'm very happy.
Yeah, my thing for that. The youth choir program you mentioned, I must say that you've evolved as a singer and for many years very dedicatedly. So, what part does Besant Arundale Senior Secondary School play in the fact that you went into singing? Were you attending classes, extra classes after school hours in Kalakshetra?
Yes. To be giving you the right kind of answer for this is that I started learning music from my mother at home. Plus, it was supported by the class of Mani sir and Rajalakshmi teacher at Kalakshetra school. So both both had their own styles of teaching. எனக்கு generally I have a lot of inclination for learning. I have an ear for music. So I learned quite a lot of songs in school. I used to enjoy the Friday bhajans, though I was very playful. Somehow, I was very attached to that, those bhajan classes, where again we learned more songs. And another thing is, it was people we used to be taken to the temple also, Thiruvanmiyur temple sometimes in batches of a few numbers, and we used to go and perform there. ஏன்னா ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் வெளில இருக்கலாமேங்கிற அந்த that relief was also there. So we really enjoyed the music. Yes, definitely that helped me get into choir music as well. And yes, actually I continue to sing now on school and things like that, though I'm not a professional singer.
So or Friday bhajan, Rajalakshmi teacher, immediately Tapovanam da and then again it is Tapovanam. Tell me, so were you one of those people who would sit in the front and sing dedicatedly following each line, or were you the lead singer when teacher Rajalakshmi teacher used to teach? How was it? What was the scenario like?
With Mani sir, it was a very peaceful experience because the Mani sir's way of teaching was very different. He used to tell stories and then teach a song. So we were able to immediately, he will take us to that particular atmosphere, that kind of an emotion in which that song was composed. He used to talk about Papanasam Sivan, how he composed the songs and things like that. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இதெல்லாம் anecdotes எல்லாம் கொடுக்கும்போது it was fun learning. With Rajalakshmi teacher, she was the one who actually made us realize that music has to be learned with a lot of discipline. Because even I was there in the third or the fourth row. So I had this very, I would say, a very odd habit of talking to classmates. So whenever I used to talk to them, again the duster or either she will throw the chalk piece on the person. So I have been hit by those missiles many times. Definitely, it has actually helped to correct myself. So I used to learn all of it. She used to like me, but at the same time, she will warn me, caution me at every time. You have this, naughty habit of, talking to people because you sing well, but at the same time, you have this thing. You will not be able to probably learn more songs if you have these kind of deviations. I might bring that to her. Then, of course, with her, this thing, I was able to participate in contests like Tirupavai and all. I won the first place in Tirupavai.
Wow. Which year was this,
yes.
Nagaraj? Which year was this?
The year I'm not able to. Year. It was 70. Yes, அது வந்து இந்த திருப்பாவையில வந்து மார்கழி திங்கள் மதிநிறைந்த நாள் நினைக்கிறேன். அது டீச்சர் கத்து கொடுத்த சாங். மார்கழி திங்கள் மதி நிறைந்த நாளா நீராட போதுவீர் பொதுமினோ நேரிழையீர் சீர்மல்குமாய் பாடி செல்வச் சிறு மீர்கள் ஊர்வேல் கொடுந்தோழில அந்த கோபம் குமரன் ஏறார்ந்த கண்ணி யசோத இளஞ்சிங்கம் கார்மேனி செங்கண் கதிர்மதியம் போல் முகத்தான் நாராயணனே நமக்கே பறை தருவான் பாரோர் புகழ படிங்களோரம் பாபாய். So I think this was a song thought by her. I'm happy that I'm able to still remember.
Mani sir or the nenavurka?
Yes, definitely. Mani sir, the மறக்கவே மறக்காது. ஏன்னா அவர் பாபநாசம் சிவனோட actually a fan of பாபநாசம் சிவன். அவரோட song நிறைய சொல்லி கொடுத்திருக்கார். I'll just sing a couple of lines of those songs and very meaningful songs also. உண்டென நம்பிடுவாய் மனமே இந்த உலகெல்லாம் பரவிய உயர் பரம்பொருளை நீ உண்டென நம்பிடுவாய் மனமே இந்த உலகெல்லாம் பரவிய உயர் பரம்பொருளை நீ உண்டென நம்பிடுவாய். So, of course, Charanam.
Very nice. I would actually request you to make a video of that and send it across so we can post in our channel as well.
Yep. Certainly, yes.
And I definitely want to know more about what you did in school in terms of studies and where are you now? What are you doing now? Tell us a little bit more about that, Nagaraj.
Okay. Again, I'm coming back to Tapovanam. Over 10th I started getting a little bit of seriousness in studies because there was somebody, I think one of the teachers, who told me that you are very playful and if you really want to come up in life, studies are very important. I think it was Parvati teacher or somebody. So I actually took that very seriously, and Tapavanamla I used to go and suttufy that pullayar a lot on Fridays and things like that. Yes, up to 12th standard, my studies were very mediocre. But the moment I joined college, I took up a course in geology, that is earth science. I did my graduation in National College, Trichy, 3 years. From being a mediocre student in school, I was one of the class toppers in college. Then a professor told me that one of my HODs told me that I should write an exam in IIT Bombay post my graduation. I, along with a few friends, we went to Bombay to write the entrance examination of IIT Bombay, applied geology, and I wrote and I got through. And 2 years I did my applied geology as well in IIT Bombay, Powai Bombay. So it was in the year 87 to 89. When I came back to Chennai, I had certain small issues in the family. Amma's health deteriorated. So at that point of time, somebody had to be with them, my parents. Of course, Appa was quite healthy. Amma had her own set of problems. Both my brothers, as they were in the cine line, they were not in Chennai. They were out. So somebody had to be with them. So I did not get not two opportunities where I had the thing of going abroad and joining. One opportunity in Singapore, other was in somewhere in I think Middle East. So then I actually I didn't regret about it. I joined sales and marketing. I joined a company called Sterling Holiday Resorts as a sales executive. Yes, that was a fantastic, phenomenal company. They taught me, how to put a customer first and ensure, your business grows. And from then on, I moved into telecom after working for a few years in Sterling Resorts. So I started my journey with a company called SkyCell, which is now being taken over by Airtel. Then it was almost a two-decade journey in telecom itself. I was, handling several operations in customer service. And finally, my stint was with Vodafone Idea Limited, where I was heading the customer service vertical, actually, handling all the operations of Tamil Nadu. That was up to 2018. 2018, there was a merger which happened and I opted out of the service. And then I worked for an NGO for some time. And currently I work for a joint venture, actually a startup called Offbeat Music Ventures. As the head of operations, I take care of the operations there. I take care of even the accounts and admin part. It's a very interesting job because I get to listen to a lot of good music, professional music recordings in this particular thing that comes as an incentive and add on to this particular profile which I am handling. And I was very happy that this year I got the opportunity to sing for Bharat Bala's production. There were more than 100 singers for Janagana Mana, basically song, where there was a main singer who was supposed to come. In his absence, they wanted somebody else. Obviously, I was Paduvalla, and then I said I can sing a bit. Being Janagana Mana, I was very confident also. So I went and sang. So that came out really well, and it is now there in YouTube as well, in Bharat Bala's channel. I feel really proud that I was a part of that beautiful production. So that is what my journey is. So I'm about my family. Chitra, she works in the insurance field. She's an insurance professional. And my daughter, Manasa Bharati, she's in her second year MBA. She studies for this school called Narsimhanji Institute of Management in Bangalore. So this is about me.
So music lenda aramchu, music continued, and then even now and I see you even trying out some equipment for your company, and we've been seeing your FB live and things like that. So music has made
definitely yes.
A great channel creator for you in life, and you sing
Absolutely,
so well,
yes.
Nagaraj. It gives us so much happiness. I know that you visited the United States with the yeah. Is that correct? Did you connect with any BASSS students there when you had visited?
Yes, I was, but as my trip was a 1 week trip to Washington DC, and in 7 days we had around 9 concerts in different places in and around Washington. I was trying to meet Bhavini actually, who's in Atlanta. But we just only spoke on the thing. We were not, because I think Atlanta is in a different area, time zone and area, and we need to take a flight and go there. So I did not, due to the shortage of time, I was not able to meet up. Or else I would have been really happy to extend my US trip and probably meet all these friends and come back. So yes, it was a very memorable journey. It was the Kennedy Center we sang. Our choir program, because we were only 2 choir groups which were selected from India. One was from Chennai, which was this Nagaraj Youth Choir where I sing, and the second one was from Gandharva Choir from Delhi. So these 2 choirs, and both the choirs won a lot of appreciation from the world choir community, and we learned songs in all Russian and American and the African languages also. There were workshops conducted. So there were a lot of cross-cultural exchanges which happened during this trip. So it was one of the most memorable trip. The best part was when we finished our concert and we came out, they say, suddenly, God, superstar Rajnikant appeared there. We did not expect him to be there, in that too in Washington, DC, coming inside the thing. We swarmed him like bees, and but he was very cool and he took a snap with all of us. Though his bodyguards and all said, please stay out types. But he said, it's okay. Let them come and have a photograph with me. So it was nice. It was a nice character. I really appreciate that. So that was my trip.
Very nice. Is there some question which you thought I would ask you and I didn't, which you had the answer prepared for?
No, in fact, I totally was not prepared anything for this particular thing. I know it will be a very easy flow with you, Shambavi, because you are able to bring out the questions as per the person who's actually getting interviewed.
Thank you, Nagaraj. That's a great honor coming from you. We should do another episode about how we acted together in a drama, and with Parvati teacher wielding and Kamakshi teacher wielding the we should talk about that. And
yes, we should do that.
Before we finish for today, with your eyes closed or with your eyes open, Tapovanam or Besant Arundale Senior Secondary School சொன்னா என்ன உன்னோட மனசுக்கு வரும் நாகராஜ்?
எனக்கு மனசுக்கு தோணுனது அந்த அழகான அந்த பிள்ளையார் சிலை, and beautifully decorated one, and I'm sure all the children will go and decorate that particular pillar on all the occasions which I've seen. I think that is still being followed in Tapovanam. That pillar was always an attraction there, and he will continue to be an attraction. Even the alumni meet which we had a few years back, unfortunately it stopped. So I only feel that one of us should take this step and revive that particular alumni meet which used to happen in the school. So I'm sure like people like Gayatri, she will be able to take lead and help us in doing this, because Murli, her brother, was taking the lead a few years back and getting this done. So somebody should organize this, and
So
we should.
I think one good thing which technology has done to us is removed space boundaries. There are no constraints anymore.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
நீ தப்போவனம் அந்த பிள்ளையார் சிலை சொன்னா எனக்கு மனசுல அதுதான் வருது. நம்ம wherever we are, we can think about that and we can still be together. And I think the Bessel Tarundale Senior Secondary School, the Tapovanam channel, thanks to Gayatri and all our initiative, thanks to people like you who are contributing to the content, I think that is our meeting ground. அங்க நம்ம பிள்ளையார் அங்க கூட்டின்னு வந்துடலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நீ என்ன சொல்ற?
Definitely, yes. I'm sure Player made this possible, this particular talk also. So thanks, Shambhavi. It was a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much
chatting. Yeah.
Thank you, and we'll talk again. Thank you.
Yeah, you will talk.
Thanks and namaskaram to everybody, to our audience for watching.
Thank you all.